Hello, and welcome to the first episode of 3 Play, where I'm going to go and play this beautiful new game known as Splatoon 2. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to go into the game and select our user. So today we just want to run through the tutorial and also just have a checkout of the Plaza. It's kind of like the Plazas, if you're used to playing in Splatoon 2, the Plaza is like a lot bigger, so there's a bit more to it, but it's not very complicated or anything, but it's still nice to have a tour around. So as you can see, once you've chosen your person to play with, your profile, then if you've already got data from before, it'll tell you this, and you can import it if you want to, but if you don't want to, it's fine. You still have the choice, so that's really good. And on this account, I am not going to actually import, even though I get stuff from it. I think it's going to be interesting to play this from the start. And it tells you that Splatfests are region locked. So you just have to be careful with choosing your region. And Europe's perfect for me. But it's also no big deal. Like, don't worry about when you play the game. If you choose a different region, it's only Splatfest for just now that will be region locked. It's not if you go and play any of the other battles, Anarchy battles, series are open. They're not going to be locked at all. That's global. So don't worry about that. It's just purely for Splatfest. And then that's it. We are ready to start. So opening scene. I think it's really useful to go through the tutorial as well. Like if you've never played before, like obviously having a tutorial is a good thing. Just a quick overview of what you're doing, But you also get to set your character up and get them looking the way you want. So we'll just run with my pretty basic setup here. I've kind of done this a few times. I played the demo quite a bit. Well, before the Splatfest, I played this section, and you could keep going back in. You could keep going back in and deleting your save data to play this again. So I've done this quite a few times to have a play about with this. Happy with this? Yes, I am. And then we get to choose a nice hairstyle for little buddy. There's some pretty cool hairstyles, so I like these mohawk ones. This 50s rocker one. This one's kind of funny as well. Kind of like that, but I've been going for the pineapple, so I think we'll stick with the pineapple. All good. Yep. So this is where we start to play, so we can quickly transition over to having a hand cam on. So just now, you just follow the instructions, really. So it's just asking you to look over and stuff like that. So you're ready to go. So you don't have a weapon yet, but you can go in enemy ink, and you can also, even at the moment, you can do your squid jumps as well. So we're just heading over. Following the small fry down to see what we've got down here. So we jump down, we take a look, and we get your first weapon, which is the Splattershot Junior. This is a starter weapon, but it's fairly decent. It does have a funky special when you take it into the game, but the weapon and sub of Splat Bomb is really good. So once again here, just following the instructions, and it's telling you just to shoot these balloons. But what you can do is, if you don't want to do the tutorial, there's a couple fast ways out of it. Let's see if I can do it. This one's right, you can get here and you can actually leave the tutorial early. But you can also get back in as well. So that's one way to do it. But if you want to go back into the tutorial, you can just easily do that. But that's the end of the tutorial there. But we'll actually go back in. Just for this section at the moment, it hasn't given you any options to change your motion controls or your stick sensitivity. So everything might feel a little bit funky at the moment. But this is where we are. This is back at the start, so we will run through it. So you've got a couple ways to do that. You can do it off both these walls. This one's easier, but the other one's that one's easier, but the first one's faster. But this will run through the tutorial as you normally should do it. So you're just inking walls and moving along. So it's it's pretty basic, just follow the instructions and burst the balloons, That's about it. So nothing overly complicated, but it does give you a feel of how things are, and you can always just spend a minute in here if you want to. and you know it tells you about like getting through gratings and stuff like that. So it is good. It is a good start. It's a good quick little tutorial. Nothing complicated. And it's nice that they put a skip in as well, as if you want to get out of it fast. So there you are, that's a tutorial, and then back onto the train and we'll actually go into the plaza. So we'll head into the plaza and we'll just have a look around. Like, I think it's definitely a good idea just to get yourself sort of orientated a little bit. Like, I still feel a little bit disorientated, and I've played a decent amount on my other account. As I said, like, this Splatsville is a lot bigger than some of the other ones that have previously been in Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2. But there's still quick menus as well, so never fear, there's still like a quick menu to be used. So here we are. We took the train, and I think it's a welcome to Splatsville. Here you go. Look, I mean, you can see from here it's already like a lot bigger than the other ones, a lot more going on. And I'm sure stuff's going to get added later as well. So it should maybe be even bigger. Splatoon 3. There we are. Okay, so for those that have played Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2, don't worry about this section. You don't have to watch the news every time. This is like literally the only time you need to watch like any news at the start. Yeah, because that was something that people got quite annoyed with. So this is the only time you need to actually watch the news, so that's really good. But here you go. It tells you what levels you've got up, what's going on Turf War, Anarchy Battle Series and Anarchy Battle Open. And then it tells you what the salmon run is as well. You do have the option to watch these every time the rotation changes, which is every like 2 hours. So you can, like, it'll show you up on the top left-hand corner, and you can watch the full news if you like doing it, but it was something most people wanted rid of. The thing that most people wanted rid of, so it's good that it's now an optional extra. So that's a wrap from them. Catch you later. So here you are. We are in Splatsville. And this is the place to see and be, the hottest spot on the map. If you want to make if you want to make it in this town, you got to be your freshest. Now, how do you show off your extremely fresh self? Online battles, just hit up the lobby. Seriously, if you start making waves in battles, everyone around here will know your name. Wait, what? You're new here, and I didn't even want to alarm you, but that dude is seriously scoping you from the sewer. Whatever, it's fishy, but we'll get to that later. So where were we? All right, battles. Time to sink into the ink. If you want to get right into it, check out the lobby, or follow that weirdo down the sewer. Up to you. Go get him. Full splat ahead. Okay, so like everybody's probably like, okay, this is all good, fine and well. But don't worry, you don't need to walk everywhere. If you hit X, there is a quick menu. And also the first thing you probably want to do is, if you've already played Splatoon 1 or 2, you might want to adjust your sensitivity. So from here, you can go to options, and you can already adjust your sensitivity. Which for me at the moment is 3.5 motion and +5 sticks. And also if you go down to other, if you're colorblind or need help with colors, this is good. In here you can go and turn on and off color lock. And same with like post displays as well, and lobby notifications and things like that. So that's also super useful just for tweaking those things. And then you just adjust in handheld mode as well, so that's fine. And status, this just tells you some of the stuff you've got. Obviously we're starting, so you've got nothing here. And once again, you can go and see what stages are up, which is also useful. And from here you can hit plus, and it'll take you to your equipment page. And once again here, whenever you see the thing other up, that's where you can adjust your sensitivity. So you can do this from here, so which is really quite handy. But this is just the gear you've got. And if you hit ZL, it'll give you some information. And if you hit ZL again, it'll also give you some more information. So there's double info on it, and this tells you what your sub and specials do. So here we've got Splat Bomb, a bomb that explodes a short time after it lands. It inks the area around it when it explodes and can take out opponents. And then your special is the Big Bubbler. Deploy this device at your feet to shield yourself with a large spherical barrier. The bubble will block outside ink attacks, but it can't prevent opponents themselves from entering. Damage to the top section of the inner device will cause the barrier to pop more quickly. So that's pretty useful. It just gives you a quick rundown, and it's the same with the gear. You click ZL once, and it shows you what it is, and you click it again, and it tells you what the subs do on it. Oh, it tells you what your main and what your subs do on it. We don't have any subs at the moment, so it's just a question mark. So this one is ink recovery up, increases ink tank refill rate. So as you move it along, like quick respawn, it tells you what it does. Like, so quick respawn reduces respawn time after getting splatted repeatedly without splatting any opponents. And special saver reduces special gauge decrease after getting splatted. So this is quite useful. You just get a quick bit of information. So we can go back out. So as I said, you can go and quick travel to lobby, the crater, which is single player, the shoal, which is if you're doing local area network events, then you go in there, and Grisco, which is Salmon Run, and you can also go to weapons and your clothing as well, like your headgear, clothing, shoes, and the general store. So that's all pretty decent. But we'll take a look around. So first of all, we will go and take a look at the shops. But if we move to our left, you go over here, and this is where you get to single player. So you can go ZL, and you'll go down there, and that will take you to single player. For those that are lucky enough to have amiibos, and Splat 1 and Splat 2 amiibos will work here, and you get good stuff from it. I won't spoil it for those that have got it, but there's, you know, you get some items that could be handy if you're starting with. As you walk around here, there's not really anything going on here at the moment, and the first store you get to is this one here. Now, at the moment, as you've just started, you can't really do anything with this, but it's still nice to know where everything is. And the first shop up is it's Harmony, and it's the general store. But yeah, you have to be level 4. This is the same for all the shops. You've got to level up a little bit before you can actually use them. So that one's there. Now, this is very, very useful. This is Recon, so you can go in and check all the stages out in different modes. This is very, very useful. This is a really good way to get orientated if you've never played either the map before or like the mode in the maps. So this is very good, and it's actually worth spending a bit of time in here. And it's great because you can select which mode you want and go and have a recon about it. So here you go. You can choose like Turf War, Splat Zones, Tower Control, Rainmaker, Clan Blitz. So you can select whatever you want, and then you can go and select which stage you want. And then you can just go to recon. Really, really good. I really recommend, especially if you've never played this game before, go and spend a bit of time in the stages with like nothing around. And it's really a good way to just like orientate yourself. So there you go. You're in a stage on your own, and you can just take a look around. And to exit, you just hit plus and leave recon. So that's really handy. Definitely a really good thing, and it's really good to spend some time in there. And as we walk around, so we're walking around the back here, and you can just see players here. And if you go into here, this is where you make your posts. So you can do Plaza posts here. But yeah, we don't need to spend too long in that section. There's nothing, these shops here, they're just for aesthetics. So we're walking around. You can go up this ramp just now, and if you need the bathroom, you just head on down there. That's where the toilet is located. But here are the shops where you get your gear from. And what's a nice little touch is here, this will be shoes. And you actually go downstairs for shoes. And your clothing, like your tops, is on the middle layer, and you go upstairs for your hat. So it's like bottom is shoes, middle is clothing, and the higher up you go is hat. So I think that's pretty cool. But this is the same, just jump into the shop, and some items are here. Same again, we can't get into it just now, but you know, that's all good. We're not too worried about that. We'll get there, but it's just nice, as I say, to know where everything is as you're getting started. Unfortunately, when you go into a shop, it does put you back to the respawn point there, which is a little bit annoying. I would have rather have just got kicked out to the front of the shop. But no big deal, so we walk back. And that was the shoes, and this is the clothing in here. So there's no need to go in, but you can see that's the clothing items in there. And you just go in, and there's a shop for that. And then you head up the stairs, And as you head up the stairs, you get to the hat. Same deal, like this is a hat shop. We don't need to go in, but the hats are located in here. And you can just head back down there. These stairs are blocked off. Whether they'll get unblocked at a later date, I do not know. But they are blocked off at the moment. So we swing all the way around, and we can make our way around this side. Now this is quite a big bit. Oh, actually, I forgot something. One of the most important things, which you'll probably all be wondering about, is the weapon shop. And the weapon shop is just on the corner here. So as you can see, the weapons are in there. But yeah, quick menu takes you to all these anyway, so no big deal. You don't have to go and find the shops or anything like that. It's kind of pretty easy just to just quick menu to them. And once you're in a shop, you can also cycle through and go to the next shop as well, so that's quite handy. But yeah, we will take these stairs up. So anybody looking for tabletop mode, it is in this section here. There's a lot of space up here that isn't used, but here you go. You come up here, and here is tabletop mode, so you can jump in here for your table turf battles. So that's pretty nice. And there's a few routes around, but the main ones are the ones that most people will be coming up to. This goes around in a big loop, and this will put you to just here. And this is where the lobby's played. We'll just take a look over here as well. Anyone that's played Splat 2. This is locked at the moment, but we'll probably have a good idea of what this is. So let's just say maybe that will open up later. So that's just something that maybe open up later. This one here is if you're playing locally with people. This is where you hook up locally. So it's not online play. This is just for local play in here. This is the shoal. You just go in there for that, but there's no need for that. Now, for those new here, this is the salmon run. So this is Grisco. So you can go down here and you will get to like start your salmon run adventures. I highly recommend salmon run. Not only is it super fun, you get a lot of rewards from it. So it's really worth. You get cash and you get rewards and chunks and things like that. Drink tickets, really worth playing. And besides the fact that you get rewards from it, it's just like super fun. So you can have a lot of fun in here. But same again, you need to be level 4 before you can actually use go into it. So here's the main one. This is the main hub where you get into all your games. And there's a few other things in here. So you get training room in here as well. So this is like your training room. And this is the portal to a lot of things that it says here. So all your battle modes, like it does give you a brief run through here. You check out the battle port there. You'll get into turf war, etc. Less chat, more splat. Tells you about your name. So this is a training room. So as you come into the lobby, all this is a training room. So you can like have a little play around here. You know, you can have a little play around here, like a good place to practice like your squid surges and your squid rolls. Stuff like that. And there is this thing called a coffee machine. So you can go and turn it on. And what happens is that it copies you. So as I fire, it fires. If I roll a bomb, it will roll a bomb. So you can sort of practice a little bit with it. And if you get splatted like that, if you get splatted like that, you will just respawn. But be careful, if you start firing to get out of their ink, it can actually kill you, and you end up in a bit of a death loop. So like there, you can like practice your squid surges and things. Over here is Little Judd. So you can go talk to them. You can get some advice from them. So just basically telling me to go to turf war. But this changes all the time. You'll get different advice as the day goes on. And here you can grab a bite to eat. We don't have any tickets or anything at the moment, but you know, you'll be able to use these. These will help you out in battles and stuff like that. So it's just kind of quite useful. See, like, these are different drink tickets. These are different foods which, like, do increase your XP or your cash, you know? And then you've got drinks as well. So if you're trying to work on a gear set, you can use your drinks to help you out. There's a gumball machine here. It costs quite a bit of money. Your first play will cost 5,000, then everyone after that's 30,000, so quite a bit. But you can get rewards there. And if you're looking for your lockers... That's a locker room ahead, but you'll need to be level 4 to access it. So you can't get your lockers till you've hit level 4, but they are in there. And And upstairs is just for chilling. You just chill out up here. Nothing really going on up there, but just a nice chill out spot. So in here, you have to play a game first before you can change your names. But this is the lobby here, so you can choose between private battles, Turf War, which you have to play around the Turf War first. And at the moment, we've got Anarchy Battle Series and Anarchy Battle Open. Now, with Anarchy Battle Open, you can play with friends, so that's a lot of fun as well. But you need to get to level 10. On a new account, you need to get to level 10 before you unlock being able to play these. If you've transferred your data over and you are high enough level, you will just get these unlocked instantly. So that's pretty handy. So this is where you would play. You can play private battles, or at the moment, because we're not at level 10, we can just play Turf War. But that's about it. Like, it's we'll see this one next time we play. We'll just come in and you'll see what this does. But you can change your name and stuff like that in here. But that's about it. That is about it. You can just walk out. You can either walk out the door, or you can hit X and you can go back to the square, or you can go anywhere else. So pretty simple, but it's still quite nice to have a quick little walk around and a quick tour before you get started. Gets yourself a little bit orientated, and helps you sort of understand where everything is. But yeah, on that note, we will call it. And for the next time I come on, I will just be playing. And I will be playing Turf War, and it will take a while to get to level 10 before we unlock Anarchy Battles, but that's what we'll do. We'll just be in Turf War till we hit level 10. So yeah, we will call it there. So thanks for watching, and yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheers, bye, and outro.